Hello and welcome to Northern Tier's first night orientation. We will be going through some policies and procedures we would like you to follow while you're here at Northern Tier. This slide shows you a view of our base. It has all the buildings on base. You will receive a hard copy of this map upon your arrival. Emergency procedures. So if there is a fire on base, you will hear the base siren, a bell, or a car horn rung 3 times. If you do hear this, we ask you to report to the flagpole at the Sandy Bridges Program Center, where you will receive further instructions. If there is a fire on trail, we ask that you call into the base and report the exact location and start traveling away from the fire. No one should try to fight a forest fire. It is dangerous, and we have trained professionals to do that. If there is a missing person on base, please report that person to a member of management or staff immediately, and we will organize a search party. If there is a missing person on trail, please check all housing, including tents, under tarps, under canoes, check the nearby lake, and then after these quick search areas, please call into base, and base management will work with you to help look for that person. But most importantly, if you get lost, please stay where you are. As soon as you realize you're kind of turned around, don't know where you are, stop moving and just stay put. And at all times, please use the buddy system. Make sure people know where you're going. Make sure that you bring someone with you. 2 heads are better than 1. If there is a medical emergency on base, basic first aid should be done by the crew. If needs are beyond the scope of basic first aid, please have that patient report to the administration building, and we can have a staff member contact the health officer to help you out. If the patient cannot be moved, please send a runner to get the health officer and we can come to you. If there is a medical emergency on trail, again, basic first aid should be done by the crew. If the needs are beyond the scope of basic first aid, please call in to base immediately for advice and we will work through the situation with you. If there is severe weather on base, your interpreter will notify you if you need to evacuate your cabin. If you are instructed to evacuate your cabin, you will be told to go to the crew shower building, staff shower building, or the basement of the bay post. Please follow severe weather safety protocols. If there is severe weather on trail, please follow your weather hazard protocols. On-trail emergency communications. Northern Tier will provide you with either a radio or a satellite phone, and your interpreter will instruct you on how to use this device. They will also show you where it is stored in their pack so that you know where it is in case you need to use it. Some Northern Tier policies. We always hang our smellables in a bear bag, and we do follow the 12-6-4 rule. That means at least 12 feet high, 6 feet down from the branch, and 4 feet out from the tree. Make sure you are always wearing boots when traveling and swimming. We require closed-toed and closed-heeled shoes. Chacos, Vibram 5-finger, and Crocs are not allowed on trail. Please always wear your life jacket zipped and clipped at all times when in the water, in a boat, or near water's edge. A few more policies. Please always follow the current fire restrictions and be aware of the current fire danger level. Please always follow BSA policies. This includes no hazing or harassment and maintaining youth protection standards at all times. Please always utilize the buddy system. This includes buddy boats. If there is 1 boat in the water, there must be 2 boats in the water. And if there is a person in the boat, there must be 2 people in the boat. There can be no one alone in a canoe. Please always purify your water. We provide the methods of boiling and polar pure, and you may choose to bring water filters. Health and safety procedures. We ask that you wash your hands frequently. Please use hand sanitizer frequently. Please wear your mask while in public areas on base. Please maintain social distancing between other crews while at Northern Tier. And please talk to your interpreter for the most current health and safety procedures upon your arrival. Whitewater policies at Northern Tier. There is absolutely no running of whitewater while you are on trail. Whitewater requires a special set of training and equipment, and we do not provide those, so doing so is very dangerous. Cliff jumping policy. Rocks may be a maximum of 5 feet high, and the water must be a minimum of 12 feet deep. Here at Northern Tier, we follow wet foot portaging. This means that when you pull up to a portage, the person in the front of the boat, the person in the bow, will hop out of the boat into about knee-deep water, give or take, so the boat does not crash along the rocky edge of the water of the portage. This protects our gear, protects our canoes. It makes portaging a lot more efficient, and it makes lifting gear out of the boat a lot easier. Fishing from canoes. You can only have 2 people in a canoe at a time while fishing. You must remove all lures and hooks when portaging and when poles aren't in use. Fish hook injuries are actually the most common injury in the Ely emergency room, so we want to make sure we're following this procedure. So this map is a map of the Moose Chain. Most of you will be leaving from our Ely base, and in doing so, the Moose Chain has some motorboats on it. So this map just describes the best route for you to take to get to where you're going to avoid those motorboats. And your interpreter will walk you through this as well on the day of your departure for trail. Returning to base. We ask you to return to base between 1 and 3 p.m. Please do not arrive earlier than 1 p.m. as the staff are preparing for your arrival. Remember to pass the landing and to form an off-water crew waiting line in Lake Superior National Forest. We don't want you to break the rule of 9 while you're waiting. Do not come to the landing until the landing officer signals you in. And please do not give monetary tips to your interpreter. So then once you're back on base, there will be a rendezvous celebration for crews returning to base. There will be singing, dancing, skits. It'll be a good way to wrap up your time here at Northern Tier. So some laws of the land. The Boundary Waters requires a rule of 9, which means there can be no more than 9 people or 4 boats gathered in one area at any time. Fires are only allowed in fire grates, and it is a Minnesota state law that it is illegal to burn trash of any kind. You can be fined up to $6,000 and 5 years in prison. There will be a link to the Boundary Waters Leave No Trace video on our website, and it is a requirement that you do watch this before your trip. The Leave No Trace principles that we follow here are 1. Plan ahead and prepare. 2. Travel and camp on durable surfaces. 3. Dispose of waste properly. 4. Leave what you find. 5. Minimize campfire impact. 6. Respect wildlife. 7. Be considerate of other visitors. This is our wilderness pledge. Your interpreter will go through this pledge with you before you hit trail. Awards. At your time here in Northern Tier, you will be able to earn some awards, which I will go through each one of them right now. So there are some mileage awards you can obtain. There is a 50-miler, requires 10 hours of group conservation work outside of Northern Tier. And then there's the 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, 200-miler patches. as well that you can earn. The Trail of Courage Award requires you to have a discussion on each of the following topics during your trek. It is about becoming personally fit, being tobacco-free and not smoke or use smokeless products, eat a nutritious diet, exercising, live free of drug and alcohol habits, learn the 7 cancer danger signs, and live by the Scout Oath and Law. The Duty to God Award. This is an award that requires you to attend a religious service or event while at Northern Tier. You can talk to your interpreter about having a Vesper service, participating in at least 3 daily devotionals while on your trek, and leading grace before a meal. Both youth and adults are eligible for this award. The Lake Monitoring Program. This provides scientists with valuable data to detect trends in water quality. And you can ask your interpreter about this award to make sure you take the right equipment out on trail with you. The Triple Crown Award is awarded to participants who have gone to any 3 of the 4 National High Adventure bases. This includes Philmont Scout Ranch, Northern Tier High Adventure, Florida National High Adventure Sea Bases, and Summit Bechtel Reserve. The Grand Slam Award is awarded to participants who have been to all 4 National High Adventure bases, including the ones I stated previously: Philmont, Northern Tier, Florida National High Adventure Sea Bases, and Summit Bechtel Reserve. The National Historic Trails Award is an award where you study an historic trail in the area. You spend 2 days and 1 night close to the trail, and you give a presentation to your home contingent about that trail. The Trading Post. We are now doing online orders with curbside pickup, and please visit our website to browse souvenirs ahead of time. Thank you for watching, and we are looking forward to having you at Northern Tier.